inside the wondrous AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, rivals do battle in the NFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
Please welcome your 2026 Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
After a gain of 5 on first down, it is 2nd and 5. To throw, Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
This is to Goddard on the screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And that'll go for a gain of about 4. And it's Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line has to do a better job, Mike, of communicating the protection pre-snap, especially on these key 3rd downs. The blitz overwhelms them from the jump, and now they're picking their quarterback off the ground.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They're running for the first time with Javonte Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Eagles offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. A gain there of 23 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
23 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the 1st down and keep the drive alive.
Finds room inside the 40. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 19 more on that one. And another 1st down.
A gain of
really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's close to another 1st down as it's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. And I don't think he got there. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he's able to fight through 1 tackle here, pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
A first down throw for Hurts. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal.
Leads to second and
That
goal.
was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
They're called in at the 2.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. We'll get a stoppage here. There is an injured Cowboy. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Avante Turpin on the return. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for first and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 5. On the play fake. Dak. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that'll set up fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Here's Brian Anger now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. On the return, it's covered. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Eagles offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a first and 10. Man in motion is Smith. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They've got it with 2nd down and 13 in front of them. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
3rd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And after being shut down in the opening quarter, he makes his first catch here with that one. And they're going to need to continue to build off this if they plan on leaving here today with a win.
He's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. On play action, here's Dak. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 22
They get 22 yards there. 1st down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Play action now. Prescott. Back to Ferguson once again. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a 1st down.
That's good.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
1st down, it is Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
It's a loss of a yard.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's going to run it. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
Prescott. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But
in trouble, and down he goes.
if there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll try and get there on the ground.
What a nice play defensively. It's always a bit of a challenge. How long do I stay in coverage defending my zone or my man? Or how fast do I come up and pursue a scrambling quarterback? They did a nice job rallying to the ball late. They're able to bring him down to force 4th down.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown. So they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. Left side, it's caught by Brown. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Here's Hurts. He'll step up and run this. Hurts will give himself up here at the end, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
On the play. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Open man, Devontae Smith. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Hurts. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
13 yards on the
That's
play.
his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 17 yards.
A gain of 17 yards. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and They get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. Oh, Barkley has fumbled. The Cowboys have it.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, but it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
The previous play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
Gain of 6. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Hurts going to hold on to this one.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You could see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
2nd and 7. That's Goddard in motion. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
Here's Barkley. And nothing developed there. He'll get back to the 5, and that's all.
He was taken down.
That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play.
5-yard line.
Hurts to throw. That one taken in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Eagles move out on top, 14-0.
14. Cowboys nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. Our 1st down throw there is incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception, and the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
2nd and 10. Now, Prescott. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Here's the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. Oh, not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
The long snapper is going to have to shoulder this one, Mike. I mean, this one falls flat on his plate. He put his punter in a really bad spot, and he wasn't able to bail him out, and disaster strikes.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Now a screen set up for Barkley. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And in motion is Brown. That's made there. That's Smith. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with the touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. CeeDee Lamb there to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kick off of this second half. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From a couple yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go play action. It's Prescott. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open. He tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt.
Wow, what a big kick there. I mean, just looking down, anytime the kicker is lined up on the other side of the 50, you think, there's no way this ball's going to get there, Mike. But listen, he's got a big leg. This one he strikes absolutely perfect. That was good off the foot.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. Had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Devontae Smith there to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. This is to Goddard on the screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
To the outside, catch made by Brown.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll step up and run, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
Now Barkley. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Kobe Durant up to make the stop.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it's going to be 3rd down.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback, and don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant, and this defense knows they gave him one, and they let him off the hook.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's a gain of 30.
Big-time play with Hurts and Brown, and even 30 yards.
1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays, and after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll take this one in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. From the end zone, here's Kevontae Turpin. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way out to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up 1st and 2nd down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 31 yards.
A big play for the Cowboys. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll hold them to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Williams gets it on the draw. Good blocking to the 15. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Cowboys first down.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8. 1st down and goal. Prescott now. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys are able to edge a bit closer.
Cowboys 10.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense getting set to get back to work. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That one caught by Smith. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
That might end up being the backbreaker right now. This defense desperately needed to get off the field and give their offense a chance to cut into this 2-score lead. But instead, they now got to defend a fresh set of downs. And as you look up at this clock, They might be running out of time.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
We've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
On third down, here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the fourth quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion now.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Philadelphia.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Saquon Barkley on the carry. Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 6. And in motion is Brown. On 2nd down, Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
At the 18-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 1. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A run on 1st and goal. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal. Bigsby, and he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and goal for Hurts. And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. CD on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
2nd down, Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. This one caught by CD Lamb. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll throw again. Dak. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. Prescott again. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A big connection from Dak to CD. It's a gain of 34.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game. These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but, right?
He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good. Cowboys are able to cut into the deficit.
Cowboys 17.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Taken down.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
44-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, Hurts. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Jack Sanborn. And the Cowboys will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The Cowboys offense ready to take over once more. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
8 yards.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half.
At the 47
Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come up for 2nd and 2. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on them early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That's to Ferguson once again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Throw left side, caught by Ferguson.
Ferguson. A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Now, a big 3rd down. Again, Prescott to the air. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he's going to get awfully close to the 1st down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
A gain of 3 yards.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the 1st down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still 1 timeout left. Final minute, 1st and 10. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for two.
The Cowboys will line up
To the air again. Prescott. That's pulled in. And they're able to tag on the two-point conversion.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And he'll be taken down. We'll see if they want to use that final timeout or not, but things are pretty much spoken for. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Arlington.